I don't
Is
know.
it buffering?
You're live.
Okay, we're live. So good. Just wanted to make sure it's working. And I wanted to get on here because I told you I'd be on here now. We're running a little bit behind. Hang on 1 second. Are you guys good?
We can do 6 human needs.
6 human needs. Nice. Put your chart away. Good girl. You look good. You guys, before you get started, why don't you just kind of turn around, face this direction, be part of the video. I won't take that long. But I'll need a partner, somebody to hit. Lots of volunteers. Very cool. All right, you guys stay right there. I'm only going to use it for a couple of seconds. So tonight, what I told you, I missed Monday. And if you follow me at all, you know I'm online all the time. I'm on live. I hope you're getting sick of me. I mean, I hope you're not getting sick of me. But so many things going on in my life that I can share, that I am, and I'm blessed because of it. Move it. I need to use this.
Oh, never mind.
I can put it right here.
Okay.
You can see what's going on behind the scenes. Mr.
It's too close. Thank you.
Okay, so I told you we'd talk about orange belt. We did the yellow belt in the last couple of videos, and I told you more important than what we teach in yellow is why we teach yellow belt, and to me, what your requirements are. To review, if it's important to you, yellow belt was about becoming a good student. Okay, and that's what it was. Can you listen? Can you apply what we teach? Can you have good questions? Can you come in and learn critical thinking? That's yellow belt. Okay? To get your orange belt, I like to focus on stances, your footwork. That's what orange belt is to me. Of course, we have the 24 plus Kenpo techniques in orange belt. Some people's favorites, some that are not so favorite. And to be honest with you, you can get your orange belt. You could be promoted to orange belt without knowing all 24 techniques. Because if you only have the techniques, there's so much more to learn. So much more, okay, than just the techniques. In orange, we focus on stances, but these are just conversation starters. If you've got a real instructor, and you're on the floor with a real instructor, they're going to cover 1,000 more things than just those two ideas. Do you understand that? Especially with Kenpo, with the concepts and the theories and the definitions and the range of motion and the action. There's so many more things to do. That being said, if you only have techniques, you ain't got much. You don't. So if you're only doing the moves, and you're only doing the techniques, and you're arguing that this technique is the end-all, be-all, you got nothing. You really don't. That brings me to my story about Larry. I want to introduce you to my instructor, Larry Tatum. You guys know who he is. But I want to bring this up because Larry drove it home. Every lesson, every time that we got together, and even when I contacted him at a distance to use him as a mentor and ask questions about what was going on, Mr. Tatum, Master Tatum, had a story to tell me. It wasn't just step back with this foot, block this punch, hit him right here. We never had that conversation, ever. Even the first day I stood on the floor with him for 4 hours, hoping he would accept me as his student 20 years ago, when he beat the snot out of me for those 4 hours, it was never just about hitting me and me hitting him. There were stories, there were ideas and concepts in motion that taught me way more than just a kicking and punching. I hope that you caught what I was doing to you over the last couple of months. My brown belts and my black belts are going to go, that son of a bitch. Because that's a common phrase around here as a hindsight afterthought. I challenge your beliefs when you reach brown belt level. I did it to you online. Did you rise to the occasion and pass, or did you fail? My question's harsh, but I want to know. When I put a technique out there and I said this and that and the other thing about it, I challenged your beliefs. And I made sure to challenge them hard. And with sincerity. Nothing I said was a lie, but I challenged you. Did you rise to the occasion? Did you think it through? Or did you shut the door and claim to be the end-all, know-it-all of everything? If you can't rise to the occasion and critically think through, you've got nothing. Larry, Master Tatum, helped me learn that. I wanted to share that with you because sometimes Grandmaster Tatum forgets who I am at a distance. He forgets that I got his back at every turn. And I want to remind him of that. I want to see him more often. But he moved to my hometown, I moved away. He moved there to be close to me. I can't see him still. But he's there with my students. So But I want to remind him that, what he's got in the student over here. And I want to remind you too, because when I say things like this, I'm challenging you. I'm not challenging the belief system of what we know. I'm asking you to step up. And I can do it. Why? Because you can't stop me. Anyway, that's
Mr. Motley said he's not tired of you at all, sir.
Nice, good job, Mr. Motley's on every morning. Yes. He's like, no matter what time it is, he wakes up 4 o'clock and Mr. Adkins is on. I gotta go. No, he's doing good. Mr. Motley, you said you're working on your sit-ups and you suck. If you're doing sit-ups, you don't suck, brother. You keep at it. Have at it. How many sit-ups did you do today? I'm throwing you under the bus.
None today.
Oh, none is a terrible number.
Yeah.
What's your excuse or reason?
Yet.
I was talking to you in the office.
No, he was learning more than techniques.
I was.
Mr. Denny, how many sit-ups did you do?
0 today.
0. What is today?
So
0
far.
sit-up day?
Yeah.
Wait, how about you guys? Raise your hand if you did more than 10.
Good.
Come back over here. I'll see you later. I'm going to go kill these people now. I killed myself trying to do 8.
I'm going to have to edit that out.
No, we won't.
No,
we won't
just
edit
kidding.
that. All right, I love you. Get your exercise in. Okay,
Absolutely.
let's move to orange belt. What's your favorite orange belt technique? Now, I rearranged the charts, remember, so that the techniques in our Kenpo system fall right before the belt in the next, or the kata in the next belt. So for our orange belt, you're going to see hooking wings, locked wing, crash of the eagle, opening cow, twin kimono, snapping twig, 5 swords, trigger salute. Those are the techniques. And if you look at the chart, I don't know if you can see it, there's more than 24 in that orange belt chart. Okay, so you got a good glimpse. We'll go over here. And if you go to the standbys and the ones that everybody know, what's everybody's favorite?
Swords.
5 swords. Why? It works. It's pretty congruent. So we're going to look at 5 swords a different way right now. So it's right roundhouse punch. We're going to step on the inside of the punch. Now, if we start in a self-defense posture, right? We've done our due diligence, our hands are up, and he still wants to throw that punch. There's lots of other things to do. Let's stick with 5 swords real quick for a minute. So we step inside, and I know you guys are going to do it different. I don't care. Chop, eye shot, punch, chop, and another chop, and then there's the extension, right? How about you do this? We started working on punches in here. I've got a black belt who, for his 2nd degree, decided one of his main tools is going to be a roundhouse knockout punch. He wants to knock people out. Why? He doesn't want to hurt people. He would rather end the fight with a knockout. So what do? We went to the end-all, be-all expert on knockout punches, Mr. Mike Tyson. Sorry. Look, I don't want him punching me, so there's no offense here, Mr. Tyson. You're the expert. Mr. Tyson has a great punch, right? And it's usually an uppercut or a hook or a roundhouse. So we stole the mechanics from Mike Tyson, and we put it in, having put it in all of his favorite techniques. Now, you know if you're a black belt, when I say favorite techniques, your head explodes, because it's like, oh, which one? Well, I make them choose, right? So he starts with 5 swords, and we go inside the punch. From right here, where's that roundhouse? If we chop, or if we move, and this stops it and ends it, he's knocked out, right? But if it doesn't, that roundhouse right there, and even this one right here, will end that technique. 5 swords is a great technique to do that with. You can even abbreviate 5 swords and start from here and just go right to 1, 2, and just do that. So 5 swords is a great technique. We love it. That's one of them. What's your other favorite? Pick one.
Trigger salute.
Trigger salute. Why? This is the first time on your tongue, right? How about snapping twig?
Oh, that's nice.
Snapping twig with the extension has a lot of different applications. So when you, take your glasses off. Oh, I gotta take the ring off too because I have elbow. And I'll smash my finger. So he pushes with the left hand. The idea is you can't step forward because it's a center, right? So you step back and you what? Everybody out there that knows it says what? Break the elbow. You know it. You can't? No. That's not going to break. Maybe. We don't work on maybe. So I hike his hand, I get him up, I pull it down. I don't want to disengage. So when you do snapping twig, we hold on just a little bit to get that open. And when it opens, that's when we start these overlapping orbits. Right as I step in, unwind. One of my favorites because of the, I don't know, it's just cool. It's fun to do. What if he punches? Is this snapping twig? I parry to the outward block. I'm not going to circle and hook this to get to this motion, so that overlapping orbit has to shortchange itself right in line here. Then we can start making those orbits. For me, if he pushes or punches, This is okay, punch. I would prefer to move to a different technique and abbreviate the snapping twig. Fun? Could we do the roundhouse punch and snapping twig? Up, down, 2, 3, 4. I think so. Have fun with it. There's some orange belt ideas. Remember, the most important thing is the stances. Oh, let me talk about that real quick. I know I'm a goof if I get going. I'll slow down. Go get that emerald. The big one. Stances. I hear a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on their stances. You must do this and do that and have the power to do this. And I'm going to show you something in a minute. When I was 16, I busted my knee and it changed my martial arts. I was told I'd never do it again. That was a couple years ago.
You blew your knee out. It wasn't just
I blew it
busted.
completely out in the street fight. I did it myself too. Jumping and doing a fancy flying kick and missed the guy, went over his head, landed and busted my own knee. How cool is that? Quite literally, if you could see this, can you see that?
Yep.
Those are staples in my left knee. This one's floating around. You guys can show them if you want to. I have been a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest for over 40 years. Okay? Stances for me had to adjust. You'll watch and you'll see me adjust my balance and fix my stances to fit me. And I'm here to tell you, I can stand on one leg and generate as much power off my backhand as you can in any forward bow stance. I guarantee it. Why? I fixed myself to do it. Tell a person in a wheelchair that their big toe has to line up with their back heel. How do you teach them to generate power? There's a lot of different ways to do it. So those of you out there that are hung up on your stances, good. Finish your orange belt and then we'll talk about it. If you're higher than orange, I'm sorry. No. Yes, ma'am.
GM Terry Taylor said,
Mr. Taylor!
quick thoughts on entwined lance.
Entwined lance. We'll do it in private. Yeah, don't get me started. I love his input, by the way, Mr. Taylor.
He's very active.
Yeah, and
I like it.
We got to talk on the phone. Good guy. Good guy. I like him. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll talk to you about it in private. I'm going to go right now. So stances, though, orange belt, learn them the way they're written. Learn the ideas behind them, because if you've only got techniques, you don't have much. You got to learn everything you can. If you want the techniques that I learned for what I'm teaching now, reach out to Grandmaster Taylor or reach out to me. He's got an app now that you can buy that outlines everything. No. Gives you all the moves and the techniques. Doesn't teach you all the details and all the deeper stuff. You gotta meet him or find an instructor like myself to get that. But you can get that app. You can have all that you want. All right. I love you, Mr. Tatum. Love you guys. I'll see you in October. Where? Not Maine. Massachusetts. I keep messing that up. Mr. Arsenal class, yes. Right? I'll see you out there. We'll be teaching. I'll be out there with Mr. Tatum with some other instructors. Mr. Bullwinkle's going. Take off. We got class to do. What are you doing still here? I love you. Go.